The job opportunities in the Indian Air Force. You are where the action is. The Indian Air Force provides you with most modern facilities, gives you an unparalleled way of life, and creates an environment where the best in you comes out. Whether you're a graduate or you've passed your class 10th, the Indian Air Force has exciting career opportunities for you. You can join the Indian Air Force to jumpstart a secure career for you and your family. Candidates shortlisted after the initial selection process go through a rigorous training regime at one of the Air Force training establishment. Thereafter, they are commissioned as officers and posted at any of these Air Force stations. So today we are going to look at the Indian Air Force job opportunities. The branches under the Indian Air Force is flying, technical and ground duty branches. We'll go ahead and let you know all the job opportunities available under these three branches. So let's start with the flying branch. Fighter pilots, transport pilots and helicopter pilots. You would work as any one of these pilots during peace and war. You can get into the flying branch as a graduate through CDS exam for men, AFCAT exam for men and women, and NCC special entry for men. You can also get in after qualifying NDA and NA exam if you are 10+2. Moving on to the technical branch. Mechanical electronics, you would be taking care of some of the most sophisticated equipments in the world. You can get into this branch through the exam AFCAT or through University Entry Scheme UES. Then we move on to ground duty branch. Administrations, accounts, logistic, education, meteorological department would be looking after and maintaining human and material resources, managing funds, working as internal auditors, air traffic controllers or fighter controllers. You can get into this branch by qualifying for AFCAT. Now, based on your educational qualifications, there are different opportunities available for you to join the Indian Air Force. So first, let's talk about 10+2. There is a golden opportunity for young boys with 10+2 science qualification alongside having the subjects physics and maths to join as pilot officers in the Indian Air Force by appearing for National Defence Academy, that's NDA, and the Naval Academy examination conducted by the UPSC twice a year in all major cities throughout India. And if you're shortlisted for the Air Force after the initial selection process, you'll have to undergo a very strict 2.5-year training at NDA Khadakwasla, Pune, and special pilot training for 1.5 years at the Air Force Academy in Dindungal, Hyderabad. Post this, you will be commissioned as officers and posted as pilots at any of the Air Force stations. For the ones who have completed their graduation, both men and women graduates can enter the Air Force as officers through this route. The candidates are shortlisted after the initial selection process, such as the AFCAT exam, where they go through a rigorous training regime at one of the Air Force training establishments. Thereafter, they are commissioned as officers and posted at any of the Air Force stations. One after engineering. The Indian Air Force calls for enthusiastic and committed engineers to become a part of the Indian Air Force team. The candidates shortlisted after the initial selection process, such as the AFCAT exam and CDS exam, go through a rigorous training regimen at one of the Air Force training establishment. Thereafter, they are commissioned as officers and embark on the journey of a glorious and fulfilling career. As an engineer, you can soar into the rewarding and challenging career in the Indian Air Force. You can even join the technical branch in your final or pre-final year of engineering through the University Entry Scheme. For the ones after post-graduation, men and women who are postgraduates also have opportunities to explore in the Indian Air Force, especially for ground duty. You can get into these services through the AFCAT exam. Now let's look about Indian Air Force Airmen. As the airmen in the Indian Air Force, you make sure that all the air and ground operations run smoothly. From operating the Indian Air Force systems to fitting missiles, you are actively involved in all the action that's happening at the airbase lending your support to various missions. Depending on your educational qualification, you can join the Air Force in technical trades or non-technical trades. No matter at what level you start your career, the Indian Air Force gives you opportunities to learn and grow to newer heights. The positions are available for people having qualification, which is matriculation or below, intermediate, diploma, graduate and postgraduate. Now here's the list of the age limit which is there for officers in the Indian Air Force. And here is the list of the age limit for an airman. Thank you. So we hope you've liked the video. In order to see more videos related to the Army, Navy and the Air Force, please click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive future notifications from this channel. Thank you. Jai Hind.